Fellow Zambians, good morning. My name is Anthony Chibuya. I'm the chairman of the Zambian Association in Belgium called PAMOZI, and I just want to add one or two things, on the issue of Zambia discovering gold in Mwinlunga. As a Zambian who lives in diaspora, we always pray for Zambia to one day have a breakthrough. When we hear all these stories of indebtedness, you look at the way our currency is just losing value, in 2 years, from 7 kwacha 50 to a euro to almost 20 kwacha 50 to a euro in just this kind of a short period of time. I mean, it's so disheartening for us. It's good on our part when we just send 20 euro, it's already 1,000 kwacha. But that's not what you want to see. You want to fight with the economy. You want to send 20 kwacha and 20 euro and people receive 100 kwacha. Then the kwacha is doing something good. The issue I want to talk about today is the issue of God. I know that, the government is doing everything possible to see to it that, there is proper management of God. But it is not about what the government is doing in terms of management, but it is the idea of appointing an outsider to run the gold mine. If Zambia has discovered gold, the thing that is disturbing me is that we could have first tried on our own as a nation to manage the gold, to do the mining of gold. I was watching the video when the president went there. You could hear from the people, the geologists, that they have the know-how. These are people that you can entrust. These are people that you can entrust your gold with. These are people that you can entrust the jobs that are supposed to be done. Why did we decide to appoint an outsider to do our gold? God is a game changer. If you discover God is a game changer. I know that province very well. There have been a lot of stories. It's not just about gold, it's about oil, it's about other minerals. That province is rich, but it has never been tapped to the level that is supposed to be tapped. It has always been an ignored province. Now, I don't want to divert too much to that. Let me talk about the gold itself. I know that the people making decisions to appoint an outsider, they think, because maybe Zambia doesn't have the contacts where to sell gold. All those people have contacts. But the issue is not about contacts. The issue is if Botswana discovered its own gold, its own emeralds, they decided to mine it themselves, they decided to polish it themselves, they decided to do everything in Botswana. And the wealth kept Botswana to where it is today. The wealth is always distributed and shared. Gold can be the same thing. It can be a game changer. It can answer to all our financial problems. Why should we give it to another person? You know what that person is going to do? He will let the Zambians do all the dirty work. And when the Zambians do the dirty work, then they will get the gold, put them on the plane, come to Europe and sell the gold at a very good price and go to their countries, leave most of the money, bring just a few to Zambia and say, no, we sold, but the gold was of low value, which is never true. They will never even show you the receipt. But because maybe people are just interested in the brown envelope, that's why they want foreigners to run our gold. I know that it has been some management practice of some people that if they entrust the power to an outsider, then they have more control over the people. But that's not the case. When you have too many, outsiders controlling your economy, you have no power at all. You have no power. In your emotion, you can think you have power, but you have no power. If a foreigner is going to manage our gold, what power do we have? He's going to look for the market himself. He's going to make us Zambians do the dirty job, and you just get the actual gold and come and sell. Gold is not sold to another planet. Gold is not sold, to Jupiter or to the moon, where you think, oh, how can I manage to go to the moon? Gold is sold here on earth. And it's the reason why I'm saying this. Because God's main market is in Antwerp, Belgium, where I'm sitting right now. The main market of gold in the world is in Antwerp. And people don't know. Because the people that deal with gold, they would never tell you where the market is. And I can tell you that I know that people don't know in Zambia. Because I came to the Ministry of Mines the other day. I was sitting down with a geologist talking about the minerals. And I was telling him I'm from Antwerp. He says, where is Antwerp? That's a geologist. Antwerp is the mother market of gemstones. Antwerp is the mother market of gemstones. Gold, emeralds, name it. It's the mother market. And if you are a dealer of gemstones and you don't know Antwerp, it's like being a footballer and you don't know Manchester United. And that's the truth of the matter. And this is the reason I'm telling Zambians, you Zambians, please hear me well. God's market is so clear that it can just be compared like Kashmir. When you talk about buying a gun in Kashmir, you buy a gun on the market. They are just guns displayed like this. You just choose. That's how gold market is in Antwerp. But you never hear Antwerp because the people dealing with gemstones, they will never tell you where the market is. Because the moment you know, then they would have lost out. There are people like us, we have contacts right in the middle of the market, of the gold market. We have people that work there. We have people that we do business there. And they called me and said, what is happening in Zambia? Why should they give it to a foreigner? Surely, how much does it take to have a gold processing plant? Zambia could have just immediately created a gold processing plant, appoint people, employ people, let everything be Zambian. As I speak today is the 3rd of June. As I speak today, 3rd of June 2020, the price of gold right now is 55,684 per kilo. Per kilo, and I mean per kilo. So per gram is $55. $55 per gram and 55,000 per kilo. These are the figures of today. Figures of today, 55,000. It has even gone down because of the COVID-19. So when you hear these things, surely, should you allow a foreigner to make us do the dirty job in our own countries with our own God for him to make a profit? No, I don't think this is right. This is not right at all. At least for the mines, for the copper belt mines. We dealt with mines, so we know what is involved in the mines. Mines had lost a lot of market. Copper was going down. Yes, when Zambia was looking for other ways of sustaining itself, of course, one of the things they thought about was agriculture. But now we have the gold. Suppose it's a sea of gold. Okay, they talk about gold being, the kind of a river. It's a flow, But suppose that flow goes up to the end of Eastern Province. So the foreigner will dig all the way until Eastern Province. And you will just be giving, what is it going to be given us? Taxes on what? How are you going to know how much he has sold? Please, Zambians, there are things that we Zambians should stand up and say, no, this is not right. And it's not just a matter of saying no, but it's also a matter of correcting the administrators. The administrators are human beings. They can make a mistake. We do understand they can make a mistake in decision making. But sometimes we should stand up for the administrator to say, look, here we made a mistake. Let's reverse. They can easily reverse that. Let them reverse. ZCCM trained a lot of Zambians who can deal with metals, who can process the gold, who can do anything. You heard the geologist explaining everything about gold. So was he dealing with a consultant? No. This is a Zambian geologist. So my call to the Zambian people, to the Zambian government is that if we can do the gold ourselves, market is readily available for gold. Market is readily available for gold. I'm ready to work with anybody to tell them where the market is. I'm ready to work with anybody to connect to the gold market. But not blood gold. Anything certified, because that's all they want. They don't want blood gold anywhere. But anything certified, it has to be certified. So if government can do it and certify it, the market is ready. I'm ready to help myself. I'm ready to help. It's not that we have things to do. I live here. I live also in Zambia. But we have things to do. But if that can help my country, I'm ready. I'm game. I'm ready. I'm game. If anybody wants to get in touch with me, it's on 0032-466-0673. I repeat, 0032-466-0673. That's my number. If the government want to get in touch with me, they can get in touch with me through the embassy in Brussels. But please, let this gold be managed by Zambians. Let this gold be managed by Zambians. When you see The other woman who was actually getting so annoyed, you know what she was getting annoyed with? She was not getting annoyed that she's being filmed. She was getting annoyed that, you know, when we think it's a breakthrough, you guys want to block us. Are we just going to die in poverty? It's the pain of living in poverty that that woman was showing on the video. It's the pain of living in poverty. Because you see what has happened, if I can even just narrow it down to a better understanding, it's like you as a child, you participated in a raffle ticket, and then you win a car. Then you go to your father and you say, Daddy, I've won a car. You know, you cannot drive it. And your father knows a little bit about driving. But you see your father calling his friend to drive the car. And your father is a passenger in the car. And you are also a passenger at the back. And you are looking at your father. You are furious that your father has got his friend to drive the car, just for your father to be enjoying to be a passenger in front while his friend is driving. That is the scenario here. It's not just right. It's not right at all. Is everything going to be controlled by outsiders? We are a landlocked country, and we have to utilize our opportunities the way they come. You first try it, and if you fail, you say, no, this is very difficult. Then you give it away. But not before you even try. You say, let's look for an outsider. No. That is not right. Please, Zambia, I want us to think through and to refuse this. We voted the government in power. Let's also give, we are the people have that power. They are the employers. Nobody is difficult. When we had the multi-party system, when we had the single one-party system, the people demanded for multi-party system. It was given. So when people demand, we can go and block the whole mining. We say no foreigner is going to come here. The government can stop it and give it back to the Zambians. The government can assemble. And if the government cannot assemble, people can come out with experience. We know there are so many workers that worked under a ZCCM that know how to deal with these metals. There are so many. Even if we don't know, at least let's try with the little knowledge we have. If we see that we need expert, we just need expert as consultant in our operations, but not as a partner. There's no need to start partnering. This time we cannot be talking about Africa. We are still not there on Africa because we don't speak the African Union. What is African Union doing? The African Union does not speak on behalf of all the countries. We are still independent. So let's think about our country as a Zambia. Let's manage this first on our own. And if we have problems, and we try by all means to, to imagine that our people will be doing the dirty job while a foreigner will just be coming and grab the gold pieces and then go and melt it and bring the blocks here. That's all they will do. Bring the blocks and sell. That's all they will do. $55,000 for 1 kilo is the price as I speak today, the 3rd of June, 2020. Let's put Zambia first. Zambia is for Zambians. And I'm not saying, foreigners cannot work or investors cannot work. They can still work in areas where we cannot work. They can still work. I was so happy the other time when I read that, the Zambian polo team was actually at the actually at the World Cup. I said, well, that is good. Let the white people do the polo, because polo is not Africa. We don't know how to play with horses. Let the people that know how to do horses come and do it in Zambia, and then lift the Zambian flag. That's good for us. Shopping malls are good. But it's too much also of, Zambians should be participating. Zambians should be encouraged to participate in these economic ventures. Because you see, when a Zambian has his money, whether he's going to be Nguzi with 7 women, it's all in Zambia. All these same women, they are going to support their families within Zambia. So the money is in Zambia. No single money is going out. But you bring an outsider who only improve his homeland. Just like wherever we are busy improving our homeland in one way or another. So it's not different. The only difference is a European. When a European moves, I like a European as an investor for it, but that's another topic. I like a European as an investor. Because where a European is, he'll bring Europe wherever he is. And he will definitely share in a good way, even if we call them colonizers, but they are better colonizers than these Chinese and Indians and, these other races. But please, on the issue of gold, I want Zambia to refuse or to advise the government correctly. This is not right. For now, let's try to manage our gold ourselves. Let's try to manage it. We can try. Let's try. Let's try. How much is a gold processing plant? Look at the price. I'm telling you, $55 per gram. Per gram. So 1 kilo is $55,000. Can you imagine those blocks? They weigh, I don't know how many, some 5 kilo, some 10 kilo. It's already $500,000. One block. God is precious. That's why even in the games, the first prize they give it as gold, because it's precious. When you see people having gold taps, gold rings, all those, it's money. Let's utilize our opportunities well. Please, our leaders, you are the only leaders we have. We can't actually ask from outsiders. I understand leaders are human beings too. They can make a mistake. They can make a mistake. But a mistake can always be corrected. A mistake can always be corrected. So please, I beg once more, if you need any connections to the gold market, we are here. I'm here myself. I can direct people. I can connect people. I can bring people together. If you want, make a journey, come to Antwerp, Belgium. Antwerp is the second biggest city from Brussels. Come to Antwerp, Belgium. I'll take you to the gold market. Talk to the people at the embassy. They have actually been, I don't know whether they have had the chance to visit these, the World Diamond Centers, where all these processes go on, because they have an opportunity to learn these things. The way the president is doing, going to the mine itself, and that's very good. The president goes himself to go and have first-hand information. He wants to see for himself. Because when you are talking about something in Mwinlunga, you should have an idea of what it is. That's the way it's supposed to be done. Because the way the president went, I was very happy that he went down himself in the mine to see, okay, this is where the gold is. I'm stepping on the gold mine right now. That's the way it's supposed to be. I was very happy to see him there. Kufuma pati wa president wale Monica. So I thank you people. I'll send this video. Please share it. I want Zambia to know that there are Zambians where the gold market is. There are Zambians who can connect you to the gold market. Thank you very much.